In our last video, we have discussed about the different sources of water. Now we'll discuss the states of water. So water exists in three states: solid, liquid and gas. So when you can see the ice has started melting, when the ice melts, it gets converted into liquid state, that is water. So this ice melts into the liquid form of water, that is water, which is liquid at room temperature as free flowing. Okay. So when ice gets temperature, it melts into liquid, and when water is kept in freezer, freezing happens and it changes back into ice. So this can be a this process can be termed as a reversible process. So again, let's see. In the water, three states of water. First, ice on heating changes into water by the process called as melting. This water will remain as water in the room temperature. When it is further heated, it will be changed into steam or water vapor. Again, when this steam or water vapor is cooled down, then by the process of condensation, it will again change into water. Again, when this water is further cooled down by solidification or freezing, it turns back into ice. So these are the three states of water, but the molecules are exactly same. There is no change in the chemical composition or H2O. The next topic, water cycle. So now in nature also this interconversion takes place, and which results in the continuous circulation of water from the water bodies and from water bodies to the atmosphere and again back to the earth. This is called water cycle. So water from the various water bodies evaporates due to the heat of the sun and changes into water vapor. This water vapor moves higher up into the atmosphere and then forms cloud after cooling down into small drops on dust particles. Then this cloud starts to get denser and becomes too heavy. And then what happens? Precipitation falls down as rain, hail, sleet or snow. Okay. So this rainwater again recharges or replenishes the water bodies and also recharges the groundwater. Again, this water from the water bodies get evaporated and the cycle continues. Okay, so this cycle is termed as a water cycle. So it's a very important to maintain the level of groundwater, and also it helps to control the climate of the places all over the world. Now let's see change in the density of and volume of water with temperature. So we can see whenever it's a common observation, we put ice in a glass of water, then what happens? Yes, ice floats over water. This means ice has less density or lighter than water. This property is called anomalous expansion of water. What happens when water cools? First, what happens? Its density increases. Okay. Then, when it is further cooled to 0 degrees centigrade, it starts to change into ice. But its volume increases and density decreases. So, this property is very helpful. As in nature, it lets the aquatic plants and animals to survive in the colder regions. Okay, as the water over the lakes becomes frozen. Now let's know about the different terms. Specific heat capacity. It is the amount of heat energy per unit mass required to raise the temperature of a liquid by 1 degree centigrade. Okay. Since water has a high specific index, so it takes time to get heated, and so we use water as a coolant in the car radiators. Now again, latent heat or fusion of ice. So it is the amount of heat energy required to change ice back into water at 0 degree centigrade. As there is no change in the temperature, so it is called as latent heat of fusion of ice. Okay, now we'll see latent heat of vaporization. So it is the amount of heat energy required to change the water into steam at 100 degrees centigrade, and there is no change in the temperature. Okay, so it is called latent heat of vaporization. Now let's see the importance of water. As you know, we all need water to survive. Okay, so we have to see some points. Like we need water, we drink water after eating food. Why? Yes, because water is important for proper digestion of food. It is an important constituent of blood also, and it absorbs the digested food and also helps in transportation of nutrients, oxygen and carbon dioxide. It helps in the excretion of waste from the body in the form of sweat and urine, and it regulates the body temperature of humans and animals. Okay, so we start sweating whenever it's very hot day. Okay, and so we drink more water to make up this loss. Okay, so here you can see the gain and loss of water. Okay, water is also needed by the different animals and plants for their survival also. In daily life also, we need water for doing the process like bathing, cleaning and washing. Also, it is used in irrigation, and industries also require water. So water is very important. You can also term water as a resource. Just shows how the water is important for us. Now let's see. Take a break. Page number 68. So dash is the purest form of water. So rainwater will be the purest form of water. Then groundwater contains dissolved salt and is free from suspended impurities. It is true. The molecules of ice and water and steam are different. That is false. These are only physical change. The density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. Specific heat capacity is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of a liquid by 1 degree centigrade. Okay, so you will write like this. Large amount of water is also given out by leaves of plants during the process called as transpiration. Water helps in the excretion of waste from the body in the form of sweat, urine or while breathing. Water is very important for germination of seed. So this you will do as classwork. Homework you will do answer in one word question number 1 to 4, page number 85. A source of water that replenishes other source of water. A level of water under the ground is called what? Continuous circulation of water from earth to atmosphere is and back again is known as what? And electricity generated using water stored in dams is known as what? We have discussed this during the introduction. So you need to write all these. Okay? That's all for today. Have a nice day.